Hey guys, how's it going? The last video I made was around New Year's, and I had mentioned about my back being hurt. Well, so basically, I went for an MRI after that. And so the MRI results come back with two bulged discs in my lower back, like around the L4, L5 area. It's like the lowest joints in your back. But I had other pain too in my hip area and stuff. And yeah, so if you guys didn't really know, my main issue is sciatica in my right leg, which is a sharp nerve pain that goes down my leg every time I step on my right leg. It doesn't always happen, but it's never left either. It's always still been here. It's always still been a part of my life for the last couple months. So, and the common thing for that is, disc bulges or herniated discs, people lifting things incorrectly and destroying their backs. And then your disc compress your nerve, and that's when you get that pain, that shooting pain down your leg. It's actually quite common. A lot of guys, not even just guys, everybody. Just the older you get, it's like very common to get sciatica. So the initial thought was the two bulging discs may have been causing my problem, but I had mentioned that I also have hip pain in my right hip associated with it. I'd get this sciatica pain, but I'd also get this hip pain at the same time. And this hip pain I've had for a while, so I kind of just didn't really think of it too much because I've had hip pain for years now. And so that the back doctor suggested I go see a hip doctor. I don't know the names of these people. I don't really know the names of what these doctors are actually called, but is a hip guy. So I went to talk to him, explain my situation, and he decided, yeah, we should get an MRI of your hip now. Just recently, probably about a week ago, I went and got the MRI done on my hip, which was much different than the back MRI because the hip MRI, they actually had to inject contrast into my hip, which wasn't fun. And they get all the way in there. I feel all the way. It's not good. But anyways, and I'm not a big fan of needles. So I get the test done, and a couple days later, I get the results on my chart on my phone, and I read through it. It didn't look bad, but it didn't look good either. So I go to the doctor to talk to him. And doctors in general, if you ever had a problem, they really don't talk to you. It just seems like they don't want to talk to you. They want to get in there, get out, get done so they can go make money somewhere else or go see the next guy in line or whatever so they can go home early. So it's sometimes hard. A lot of time you got to get information yourself or go see another doctor that will want to talk to you. So anyways, I go to see this doctor, and he's not a bad doctor. I'm not saying he's a bad doctor or anything like that, but I talked to him about my problems, and here I have a torn labrum is what it was called. And it said 3 by 4 millimeter paralabral cyst. I guess cyst is just a pocket of fluid. I don't know, and so I thought 3 by 4 millimeter. That's like an eighth of an inch. That's not. I'm like, what? That's not bad. That's like whatever. So what? I got a little tiny tear somewhere. But through talking to the doctor, I had mentioned, I'm like, so do we think that's my sciatica problem? And he kind of was like, well, you have a back problem too. Not really saying that the back is a problem, not really saying the hip is a problem, but kind of just saying that, it could be either one. So the testing has stopped there. But before I get too ahead of myself, the tear is actually a bad thing. It's in a bad spot, in a bad way. From what I understand, he didn't really explain this too well, but when he showed me on the MRI, the white bright spots are the spots that are bad when he's pointing the stuff out. And so you could see a spot in my hip itself. It was white, and then you could see a spot in the labrum, which is like your cushion in between your leg and your hip. And then you could see a white spot on my ball, on my femur. Which tells me that basically in that spot, which I'm assuming is just the spot I'm always going to be in when I'm walking and doing anything, is basically like on bone. And that's why my hip hurts. Well, again, he wouldn't give me a straight answer as to, is this my problem or that my problem? Like, they don't really give you a straight answer. All he really wanted to do is get me out of there and say that, see me in June to see what we can do about it. I don't know. But, so here is what my theory in the whole situation is. I don't think it's the disc in my back, because a lot of times I don't have back pain when this problem starts. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I do think that I have pain from those bulged discs, but I don't think the bulged discs are what's causing my massive amount of pain when I walk. So my theory is that with this this cushion, the disc or whatever you want to call it, the labrum in my hip, being as damaged as it is, I think that I'm getting inflammation in the area because, oh, that was another thing they mentioned. I have inflammation in my hamstring in that area. And he said that that can be caused by the damage in my labrum. So what I'm thinking is that the inflammation from all this damage in my hip is, you know, it's like swelling up and it's pushing on my sciatic nerve. And I think that's where I'm getting the severe sciatic pain. Because like I said, I don't always have it when I'm walking and stuff. But usually what I have noticed is after doing more labor than usual, because I've really just been laying around for like 2 months now. When I do actually go for a long walk or a hike or something, while I'm doing it, yeah, I have hip pain, but the really bad sciatic pain usually happens the next day or maybe even 2 days later. I think because that's when the inflammation comes on. So, I'm 33 years old, and my hip is already destroyed, and my back ain't doing great either. So, I don't know what that says for me in the future. I don't know what's going to happen with all this. I think the natural progression is to get cortisone shots at some point, which I should probably even be doing it now because I don't have a job right now. And if I wanted a job, there's no way I could do it. I would be in so much pain, it's unreal. I wouldn't be able to stand for 8 hours. So I'm getting away with not having any shots right now because I don't have a job. But so I don't know. I don't know what this means for everything. I think the channel, or at least what I'm doing with the channel, is probably going to change a lot because I don't think I'm going to be able to do the crazy hikes I did. I don't think I'm going to be able to walk the several miles to a good fishing spot like I used to be able to do. I do think I can still do the kayak stuff, which is mainly what I was doing anyways, because that's like, to me, that's like the best way to fish. But I also think that I will probably make really good use of that boat I bought last year. I didn't really take it out too much last year because it's kind of a pain in the butt to deal with backing it in and there's people everywhere. And it's just, I'm not a great lake fisherman anyways. So, but anyways, I think we're going to see the boat a whole lot more. And definitely the kayak. I might be able to get away with biking down the bike trail to a spot and fishing. But yeah, so I think the channel is going to change a little bit. And I might talk about that more in the future. I got some ideas for the channel. And hopefully we can keep it growing. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know what's going on. And I'm not making this video to be pitied. I'm not making this video to make people feel sad for me. It's whatever, man. You know, you're dealt the cards you're dealt, and that's what you got to deal with. So, yeah, I guess I'll see you guys when I start fishing again.